Oh shit. Oh yeah, let's keep going.
Predators. Oh,
I can't say it. Gnash's teeth and bit. This is really whatever.
predators. That's what I was
Just
going
keep
with
going.
this. Yeah,
Oh,
keep going. Predators.
brothers.
Hey, I'm Nick here. That's Dan, folks. That's
Holy
Dan.
shit. Yeah,
Keep
I
that in
don't.
mind.
It's between humming and actually singing this song that's fucking me up. Like,
Well, it's literally a song that's borderline hummed, mumbled anyway. You're trying to sing a mumbled song.
I can't.
That's what's messing
I'm
you
gonna
up.
want to copyright, but I can't mumble a mumble.
You're trying to clean up a mumble.
Yeah, I should just rock it out, and then it won't be copyright.
I doubt you're gonna hit all those notes, though I don't know.
Oh,
So,
I so wanted to hit that.
yeah, I know that note.
I remember.
Yeah, it's funny. You already know more words than I do, but I know the gist.
Yeah.
So, what's
What's
today?
that song about? The meek and mild being picked on until the day they crack. Predators.
Whoa.
So
Are
there's
you
no one.
talking about meek and mild?
Yeah. It's the person who
What?
you don't expect. You never know their background, that they're secretly tormented. And one day they're just gallivanting through the office and just blowing people away. They lean in close and they say, "Thanks for the Snickers."
They don't kill you?
Yeah, and they don't kill you.
They go office to office and leave you alive for a Snickers you gave them one time?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's pretty tight if you gave them a Snickers.
Yeah.
Not pretty tight if you didn't.
Oh, I mean, luckily I carry Snickers with me wherever I go.
Thank goodness. That's why the children are not allowed within 100 yards of you.
It's chocolatey goodness.
Yeah, that's what it is. We're
So,
off the
like,
rails.
there's tons of people that I remember were meek and mild that didn't really say a word. I don't know what happened to them, but they could have been tormented. They could have had bad histories from their parents. Brought up without love, empathy, affection.
You can come from different directions. I think there's people who are okay with themselves. There's people who are tormented and emotionally abused. There's people who are afraid and anxious. You can come from a lot of directions in the quiet zone.
Yeah. Which I kind of resonate with because I was a quiet one. People always worry about the quiet ones for some reason. They I feel like moms always want their child to be like very outgoing and talkative and friendly and like all those things that don't necessarily mean that they're happy. Like you could fake it all. So like, why don't you just like be who you are, relaxed and
I
chill?
think it's knowledge, right? You know where someone talkative is. You do. I mean, they're talking it. Even if they're constantly blowing smoke, you know they're constantly blowing smoke. If they're constantly boasting about things they didn't do, they're constantly, the quiet ones, you don't know. There's an extra thing about them you don't know. And that's like, it could be a freaking serial killer. I mean, it could just be a normal guy. He just doesn't feel like talking.
True.
But you don't know, and there's no way to measure that
Bridge
without...
the gap. You can't break into their world because they got a nice tough shell on. They're
They do.
turtling.
an extra layer of protection. A shield, as it were.
Yeah. So what do you do if you if you think that that person is about to snap?
Offer them a Snickers.
Yeah, that's one thing you could do.
It's the
You
first
could
step.
Talk them down. Maybe let them snap a little bit, but not a lot. I think that helps.
Hey,
Not a full snap.
this is going to sound crazy. I have this stuffed animal that needs to be shot. Here's a gun. Here's the animal. See you in a little bit. Like, what do you... I don't think that's going to work either. Is it?
Oh, what if they you could have an outburst. You can let them have an outburst, get some feedback, make sure
How do
that
you do that?
they're seen. This person's
How
a
do you...
little
How do you...
off kilter.
How do you do that? Do you go in the room and say, hey, I noticed you've been kind of quiet. Take it out on me. Have a little outburst, okay? What if they're like, okay? And you're like, okay. And they're like, okay. And you're like, okay, that was great. Anything else you want to get off your chest? And they're like, no, I'm fine.
Thanks.
I'm fine. Thank you.
So I had a college roommate that was kind of, not necessarily, I don't know, he was meek and mild. He was weird. I guess that's the definition of all these people, is that they're weird, they're different than you, right? Well, he had a girlfriend that was like breaking up with him, and like I remember waking up to him screaming at her on the phone, and from that moment on I was like, I need to get the hell out of here. So another way to get out of that problem is go to authority. Go like the highest person. And for me it was accidentally like bumping into like the dean, like who I didn't know who it was, and I was like, this person seems important. And I was like, my roommate was like shouting last night. Like she asked me, like, it was like freshman year, like very beginning. So like it was one of those classic questions, like, is everything going all right? I was like, well, my roommate's like screaming at his girlfriend. I don't know if it's all right. Like I just like casually said that he was just kind of nuts, but I didn't say like he's crazy. Like something's bad's gonna happen. You could. So I guess go to authority, but I guess in this day and age.
What happened to him?
Oh, eventually I moved to the dorm next door with somebody else, and then he was, I guess, okay. He lived in that little dorm by himself, and I never saw him again.
Weird.
Yeah.
Is he still alive?
I don't know. I really don't know.
That's
I think he's
weird.
single. He's probably single, alone.
He might be with the same girl.
Yeah.
They were in love, dude.
I guess this has reflections in. You've seen The Joker, right?
No, I haven't seen the new Joker.
You haven't seen The Joker?
No, but you can ruin it for me. I don't care. He's going down the steps. Gary Glitter's playing. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. He's Robert De Niro's telling him he can't shoot people on TV or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you hit some of the key points.
Did I hit all the key points?
No.
He's sad. Let me guess. He's a sad individual, and he's just pent up with frustration, and he never fights back. And his mom is either overbearing or sick. She's one or the other. I can't figure it out. Is she? Is she?
I think she actually was.
She's
I think
sick
she
and
becomes
feeble,
ill.
or she?
But
Oh,
she
she's
was
sick and feeble.
Truthful about something that
Okay.
he was like adopted or the son of somebody, but he can't tell. He thinks it's fake or real. He can't see the difference.
Either way,
He's
a beaten individual who's been holding a lot
and the
inside.
system has failed him, so that he has nowhere to go. Wow.
That's
What does a person like that do?
well, there's no means of proaction. Like you can't be like, I'm going to turn things around today and push a button that'll slowly get it back to where you want it to go. You kind of have to do the loudest thing you can, because otherwise, I mean, your life is shit anyway. Is that a thing? Your life is ruined anyway? Your life is, it seems, inescapable anyway? Is that a thing?
Yeah, I think some people think that. I think they're wrong, but
Sure, I'm not advocating it is, but how I'm going in their thought process.
yeah,
Proceed.
that nothing they can do can impart change, so they try to do the most impactful thing possible, which is violence.
Which is funny because, yeah, usually, but it's funny because they already have a bad sense of value, so they don't think they're good at something, and they don't think they're able to enact a change to begin with. That's why they have a bad feeling about themselves, or why they don't. Yeah, so that there's no way they could turn this around and be effectual, if we're to use such a term. So they go to the most extreme lengths. I don't know.
Yeah, they lash out.
Wild.
And he hit me.
And get all grainy and fuzzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That surprise left.
Hit you with that surprise left. You didn't expect it, that's for sure.
Jaw left hurting. Drop wide open.
Just like yeah.
Just like yes.
It's funny because I like most of these people at like the workplace and stuff. And it's
reserved,
also weird. I find
calm.
Yeah, I find a lot of them tend to be foreign.
What was that?
Foreign.
Foreign? As in different, or as in foreigners?
Foreigners, like people not of this country, because I feel like they don't have carte blanche. They can't say the same things without getting in this an amount of trouble.
They're gonna get stuck.
Yes, exactly. Well, like they feel like they're going to get the shaft of this if they speak up. They say something. They already have a harder time of it, so that they kind of just go with the flow and grit their teeth and bear it and go, okay,
and they need the money, so they're
and they
easy
need
to
the money
recruit as hitmen. That's Perfect.
I agree with you. It is.
What were we gonna say?
But there is
You enjoy
something.
that they're reserved and controlled.
No. I love talking to those people and like trying to get them out of their shell and just being like,
Oh,
"Yo,
try to break
listen,
them.
I think no, I don't break them. I totally try and
Break
just
them
give
out
them
of
a
their
high five.
shell.
Yeah, I try and give everyone a high five. So that at work, if I saw one of these people reserved and like always quiet, like there's a dude in the back who barely speaks any English, and every time I see him, I'm like, and I give him double finger guns, and every time he sees me, he smiles and goes, 3 days, and I'm like, it's gonna be the freaking weekend, and no one else talks to this guy. I'm the only one. I don't even know his name. I just know I love him. And every time
Oh,
I see him, we just talk about how close it is to the weekend, and like I don't know, it makes his day, it makes my day, and we have a little fun. It's like a what's up Budweiser moment.
what's
So it's not
that?
real,
Mm-hmm.
but I like it. It's fun. But those people, I feel like they're just like everyone else. I know that literally sounds like the stupidest, weirdest thing ever, but some of them like just need someone to like help them out. They need a lucky break. Some of them will be jerk offs. Some of them will snap.
Mm-hmm.
How do you tell them all apart? I don't freaking know.
This is the introvert versus extrovert battle, and they help each other by pulling each other into more
Different
common
direction.
spaces of conversation.
Yeah.
I think this is why we have classrooms and why we do group projects. Because that one person maybe can like meet somebody that breaks them out of their shell and makes them a little bit more normal. Makes them understand
Well,
something about life they can't understand themselves.
well, how about this? I never thought of this in my life, but the people who are quieter and don't share as much and aren't as social or vocal, a little bit of them is also being kind of like, I don't want to share myself with these people. Like, that's kind of mean. It's kind of rude, right?
Yeah, I guess so. But depends who you
It's like
are.
saying, 100%. And it's dependent on each situation, but I think they should also stick out their neck or stick out their hand or stick out whatever and be like, yo, I'm going to put myself out a little bit. They don't have to go crazy or talk as much as I do at work.
Hmm.
And vice versa. Like, I shouldn't talk to them and expect them to give as much as people like myself give, right?
True. Yeah. You can't expect the same out of other people as you give to others. Give unto others as they
You can't.
give unto you. Something like that.
Sure. And then you've touched on this before, professionalism versus fun.
Hmm.
Are they more professional? A quiet person? Is a quiet person generally more professional?
They appear more professional, probably.
Oh, I think they are. I don't think banter is professional, ever.
I agree. A lot of chitter chatter,
Banter
people
is
talking.
wasted time. Ugh. It's jovial. It's off work. It's taking away from production.
I
I
feel
think
like
these people are in the right.
this was my old job to a T. Is that it's weird when I'm like the jovial one because I'm very outgoing. Like I'm a little outgoing, but I'm not that outgoing. But when I'm like the most talkative one or the loudest one, it is very weird
You
to me.
know something's going on. You're like, whoa, what are you all doing?
This environment has changed entirely. The atmosphere has drifted. The millibars are dropping. A storm is brewing.
So how do you feel when you're the most talkative in a situation? Like,
I
yo,
feel
everyone lighten
amazing.
up.
But I'm split. And I'm not, like, I think I'm a mix. I think some people are polar. And I think I'm in the middle. And sometimes I enjoy it and sometimes I don't. But it, like, oscillates. A little bit bipolar, but not really, like, all the way polar. By mid range.
You're by.
I mean, if the opportunity suits.
Uh, I don't know where to.
You
I don't know
couldn't
where to
name.
wrap.
You
I
didn't
was
know
gonna.
where to go.
I didn't know where to wrap it up. I was like,
No.
so bipolar individuals. So where do we wrap it up? In the workplace, in real life,
Yeah.
our neighborhoods, our
Friends.
schools,
Yeah.
our friends. The quiet one. What do we think about the quiet
Pull them out
ones?
of their
The
shell.
meek.
Make them
What if they don't
express
want to?
themselves.
What if they don't want to?
Force them to. No.
Oh Jesus!
No. Let them
It's
be.
just
Let them experience life. You be you. You tell them how
so
far
don't
away the weekend is.
don't take them out of their shell. Which is it? I don't know.
Depends on the situation. You got to feel them out. You have to feel what they feel.
Like
Empathize with them. Allow them to
carp.
experience life however they choose to, but show them how else there is the other ways to experience life.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Well, thanks for joining us, and take a look out for the meek and the mild and the quiet. Don't cross them, give them Snickers, and show them that they can be more fun, maybe. But they don't have to be.
Yeah.
I think.
Just like the day. Like the December